Okay, here we are given the dollar value of some products in the year 2016, and also we're given the rate at which the value of the product is expected to change during the next 6 years. Write a linear equation that gives the dollar value V of the product in terms of the year T, and we'll let T equal 0 correspond to the year 2010. Okay, so before we get started, let's identify some keywords here. Definitely, that's a big one right there, rates. So rate or rate of change in the context of linear equation. So that's the other key term to pull out. A linear equation and the rate or rate of change of the linear equation. Well, we know a linear equation looks like y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. Okay. And the word rate, well, that's another word for slope. So basically, when we're dealing with like a generic linear equation, not in a word problem, we say slope. As soon as we put slope in the context of a word problem, we change it. We call it rate of change. But basically, rate or rate of change is slope in a word problem. That's it. Okay, so now, but we're not using x and y in this problem. We're using v and t. So instead of y equals mx plus b, let's say v equals m times t plus b. Now I'm putting the m and the b in red because those are the values we need to find. That's what this problem is basically asking us to do. What is the m? What is the b? Okay, so we're given that the rate of change in value is 250. Okay, so that's telling us the b is equal to 250. So we have v equals 250 times t plus b. So we're given the value of m. M is the slope. That's the 250. And now we're also given this. Now we're given that the 2016 value is 1800. All right, so what we're basically given there is a pair of values, a value for t and a value for v. So in 2016, the value is 1800. Okay, so the value is 1800. T is not the year 2016. T is the number of years after 2010. So 2016 is 6 years later. So basically, t is not the year, t is the elapsed time, the time after 2010. So in 2016, that would be 6 years later, so t would be 6. Okay, so now we have a pair of values, 6 and 1800, and we could plug these values in to this equation. And then the only unknown left will be the letter b. Okay, so v is 1800 equals 250 times 6 plus b. Okay, 250 times 6, well, that's 1500. So we could say 1800 equals 1500 plus b, and subtract 1500 from both sides. So b should equal 300. Okay, so now we know two things. We know m is equal to 250, b is equal to 300, so that tells us our linear equation should be v equals m times t plus b. Okay, and that does it for this problem.